Welcome into Taco Bowler Gaming. My name is Taco Bowler, and we are finally starting a new game in the world, and a new game on the channel, Millennia. The full is out, so the full game is out. So we are going to go. This is the first game that I am doing. I don't want to adapt. I guess that's kind of the default. Wondering if I should put a couple of them on Apprentice just to see what the difference is. I'll leave it on Adept. So I've been somewhat excited for this game, quite a bit excited for this game for the last few months or so. It's not something that I would normally be excited for. I played Civilization a long time ago when I was younger, and I did not enjoy it. And part of why I didn't enjoy it, I think, was because I was terrible. I think I'm better now at trying to keep up with things. So we'll see if I can keep up with this going through. I was pretty strong at the 60-turn demo, but I don't know if I was beginning to fall behind at that point or not. So we'll see how this goes. So we have a nation builder down here. One of the achievements that I saw was to create a nation of your own and play as it. So we are going to do that. We have the League of Average Gaming. Hopefully that isn't going to just cut off there. But we have the League of Average Gaming. If you don't know, it's down in the description, I think. That I am part of the League of Average Gaming along with JetNord, and we hold Discord together and things like that. So we're going to name our nation after that, and if I can change the name of the cities, then we're going to do that and have the cities named after various streamers on the league and or important, well, not important, common viewers and commenters. So if you want to name a city after you, if that's possible, we'll do that. So I've done a small map in hopes that we can kind of get things going somewhat quickly, get a feel for it a little bit better. And I'm doing that. I found in the demo that, at least for me, food was a good one to have, a good power. A lot of these are starting powers. I really hope that one of the things they have in mind is to make a little more differentiation between the nations. But we have that. Production was a pretty good one. Some of this stuff was here, but I have found in my runs in the demo that just having that extra food to get the city started quickly was a good thing. So that's what I'm going to go with. And you'll notice China has this here. I'm just going to let these be their own thing. We have 5 different players here, so hopefully I can hold on and at least get a ways into the game and see how things are. I played the demo quite a bit. Got through those 60 turns many times and tried different things, and I've seen a few things as well. Kind of like suggestions, but we'll see how it goes. Welcome to Millennia. So this is some of the stuff here. I'll kind of read over these a little bit here in this first time, but it won't show me again going forward. So hopefully that'll be good, because I don't want to know if they've added anything. So we'll see. Yeah, there's terrain and research and some stuff over here. Now let's see here. What was this? Okay, so there's, yeah, army basic. Got it. Thanks. Okay, so region is idle. No technology is being researched. Okay, I'm not sure that those tabs were actually here in the demo. They might have been. So I only have one. I can zoom. I only have one of these. Oh no, I have a second one up here. Okay. Let's just take you this way, and we'll take you out over here. Take you there. For our research, one of the things I saw was get this tribal elders quickly. I've also done scouting early, farming for food, workers for the improvement points. All of these are really good. It's which one do you want to get first? So I think that they made a valid point of getting this building and getting that knowledge, which you only start with 2 per turn. Turning that into 3 gets these other ones faster, which is good, I think. We'll see here. We shall see indeed. Let's take a look at what our tiles actually produce here. Grassland is producing nothing. A scrubland. We can build a hunting camp on. Grassland producing nothing. A wheat. Where do we get that wheat? So, with fishing boats, we get the tuna. With a hunting camp. Okay. We have a forest. That's good. Looks like it's actually been updated a little bit. This is a little better graphics and also a little harder to understand. So we'll see. We're not getting that wheat from our worker here. So, I don't know. We definitely want to build a scout cavalry first, I think. Although these are all really good stuff too. But I think I'm going to build a scout cavalry just to get that started. Get some scouting going. So let's see. I think we can end our turn then. Yes. Let's just get across the river with you. There's a hills here. We can get 1 production. Nice. Nice, nice. Okay. This is still growing. So we have needs here in the food. You want this in the green, which I think is 150 to 200%, and that will grow the town, and you get more workers, and each tile that you improve needs a worker. We also have our improvement points, which is down here. I'm not sure where I need to be in my face, but the improvement points are what I'm hiding right now, and that is right now we have like 1, and we're getting 1 each turn. So barbarians are here. Okay. So this is the infamous page here. Combat page. So we're over here on the right. We are doing more than they are, so you can kind of watch that if you want. A lot of people just skim to the end, kind of just see what the ultimate result was. When it's all said and done. Ooh. So these here are tribal camps. They're peaceful camps, and you can move your units into them to receive bonuses. They're really, really good to find. That's the kind of thing that you want to find on here. Alright, tribal government. Yeah, thanks. So, we have government power and warfare power. We have culture power and knowledge at the moment. and our government power is for the tribal government. I never got to the point in the demo where I was able to change from tribal, even if I got over here to reformed. So I think that's a later age than we were able to get in the demo. Not sure. So the raised tribal army is an excellent one to do if you're actually going to be fighting a war. It's kind of important to have here. I think I'm just going to go for tribal farming, get some increased food, and that unlocks this. This is what I'm going for. I want both of these before I want this. So that's kind of where I'm at, and we'll be here. And you'll notice that down here in the next, it's not a hourglass, which means that it will take me to the next thing that can move. So here we go. We have an auction. The village is holding an auction to sell and trade its people's wares. So we can sell something to get 50 wealth, or we can buy something and bring 5 production home to Miami. That's what I'm going to do here because we are still positive in wealth. So we're good there. And so that production coming home to Miami will be excellent for completing the scout cavalry that we have. And then I can move him further. Let's go this way. And then if I just click that next, it goes over to the next thing that needs to move. And once I have moved everything, then I can end my turn. So you'll notice that Miami has grown. So that is excellent. We are at 200%. We also have our culture power. So we can create town, which lets me kind of grow out to a certain direction. We can use our culture power to raise an army, or we can use our culture power for local reforms, which boosts the regional efficiency. None of these are what I actually want, but they're the only ones that I can do right now. So we could raise an army. Eventually we'll do that, but I don't want to do that yet. So we kind of want to create our town and grow our town in a direction. So I can set this town anywhere within one spot of it, and it will take to grow out. Kind of thinking that we want to grow this direction. Really, I'd like to grow this direction. But we kind of want to grow this direction because there are resources out here and there's nothing out over here. So I'm going to build this way. And I think I'll build here. By the way, I can rename. So I'm going to name the first town after me. I don't think I can rename the little towns, but the regions I can. Oh, I can. I can rename those. So there you go. We have a second person now, so if we go in here, they're working the grasslands. I don't really want that. We have plenty of food. You'll notice that the food now we're at 175% of our needs, which I think we have 6 food for, and need 3. We had that here. Oh, we were producing 7 food. We need 4. But the forest has 1, but it also has 1 production, which will increase how quickly the town does whatever it's doing. So if we look at here, right now I can build a scout cavalry in 4 turns, a warband in 5. I can build a town center in 9, or a dolmen in 11. If I go back to my workers and I put a worker here, now it's 3, 3, 6, 6, and 8. So that 1 production is really, really huge. And so we'll get that. I'm half tempted to build another scout cavalry. I also really want the town center. I think for now I'm going to do the town center. Because we are in a small map. And so we have 200%. 175 would have been fine too, but 200 is better. 8 need 4. We kind of have to keep in the back of our mind that thing. So I am looking at this going, the hunting camp gets the bone. That's wealth. We have 8. We're still making 2. So I'm kind of thinking we need this wheat to be done. Probably the forest. The forester is really good because it gives you logs and production points. So I'm kind of thinking that might be the way to go. Or we might just do the hunting camp here because we do forage for 1 food. So that's where one of the food's coming from. I think the grain is just, we just have it. We don't actually have to build a farm or anything. Maybe we have to build a farm, but we can't build a farm yet. I don't know. Anyway, we have our scouting cavalry. We're going to move that scouting cavalry off in another direction. They're not overly strong, shall we say? But they're kind of good. So here we have something here. If I want to move in here, they can plan that, and then I would just tell them to execute the plan in the next turn. Or I could move them around here, but I don't. I want to keep them there. So we'll move through that thick forest. We'll get that going in the next turn. So these guys, we could attack the barbarians who are healthier than us, or we can keep moving away. I'm going to keep moving away. And now we have the hills, so it's harder to move in the hills. These are mountains. It's not going to give us much of anything there. You kind of have to walk around the mountains. But that's there. So now I have nothing else I can do in this turn, so we're going to end that turn. So the barbarians did attack me there. I think I won that battle, but we'll take a look at that. We're going to keep moving here. So here is a non-peaceful barbarian. This is a barbarian camp. It has the walls, which are very difficult to destroy. And it's a stronghold. It is not an enemy nation, but it sort of builds some enemy nations. It kind of does this thing here. So yeah, we started off weaker than them, but we did quite the number on them in the battle, as we can see here. We'll move on through to where they are pretty weak, but we are also pretty weak. Not great. So I can guard, or I can get up here. The hills in combat will provide a bonus for the defender. So if the barbarians decide to attack us again, there's a chance that we could win that second fight. We're going to move into the forest here. The forest is an even stronger benefit for the defender. Oh, here's a peaceful camp. So we'll try to move to the peaceful camp next turn. Yeah, I've already found basic combat. Thank you. So I can do the tribal army. I don't want to set that up. I want to save my points. Our research is complete. Excellent. So now we have some of these other ones here. I'm going to go ahead and get the improvement points from workers, I think, next. But we'll be there. We need 3 of them in order to get to have the ability to get to the next age. But I do not have to pick that next age, and I usually don't, because there's only one option. So I can just kind of keep building myself up and building a little bit more in stuff in here. I do have 6 points, so coming in here and building the hunting camp makes some sense. And so I think that we will go ahead and do that. And now if we go in here, we can see that we have a higher tier building. This is just generic stuff. We now have a higher tier building. The hunting camp is producing 1 meat, which is worth 3 food, and 1 bone, which is worth 2 wealth. So now if I come over here, we're now producing 9 food instead of 8. And over here, we're now making 5 wealth instead of 2 each turn. So that is a great thing to have there. I won't explain this much going forward, but I know it's a new game, and this is the part I actually know about, so we'll do this here. A lost archer unit is making camp, hiding from barbarians. We get 10 warfare experience, or we can just let them join. I'm going to spawn the archer here. Now, the archer is slower. Ooh, we have met China down here. The archer is slower, so I am inclined to move the archer and have him kind of join up on this army, because these are going to be about the same movement speed. This one's going to have a little bit more movement range at 10 here. The cattle is really nice. It's really nice to have. Let's see. You. So the barbarians did not attack. I'm going to stay here. If we hit guard, it will not... the little thing down there in the corner will not bother us until it's completely healed back up. Which I don't know when that will be. But it won't bother us until then. So that would be nice if we wind up there. We're going to end the turn. You'll notice also that the map here grows as you explore. So it's not like I can sit here and say, well, how far is the rest of the stuff? China is pleased to meet us and our people. We expect good things to come from this relationship. So one of the things here, so yeah, I think they defeated my unit here, even though I was on hills. I was unable to win. Very sad. One of the things here is, now that we have another nation, there's diplomacy. So now we can check their score. So they're at 76, I'm at 68. How quickly will this change? I don't know. I might not be that confident. If I need to, I will adjust the difficulty down in future games until I get better. Just because I think it's more fun if I'm somewhat competent. We'll see. We also see here's China's border. So that's how close they are to us, which is really close. But I did pick a small map, so I guess we'll be here. This is a barbarian. So we may need to kind of check China's power every once in a while and keep it under check. We shall see what we need to do. Alright, so something to note. You have found a small camp of nomads. They explain that their leader is very wise and willing to share her knowledge with you. Government points, warfare points. Definitely government at the moment. That lets me get knowledge here immediately, so that's what I want. I am going to sit there, I think. So I cannot, until they open borders, which I could ask for open borders, but I'm highly unlikely to get that. And until I do that, I can't go past where their borders are. So I'm going to have to move, and this is a mountain. Okay. I'm going to have to move. I'll also note that my borders expanded here when we got to our third person. So we now have needs of 6 for food. But we also expanded our border in the direction of the town, you'll notice. So we're now getting whatever this scrubland gets, which is 1 food. So that was being made here. We're also now have a third person to work tiles. So now we have the one person who's working the forest, the one person who's working the hunting camp, and now we have that third person who's working that grassland to get a couple. So that's where that 11 food is coming from. So like all of this stuff is good. I think we're all set here. And yeah, we're gonna end this turn. And now I'm gonna move to here. All right, so this is the big thing. So we need to get a scout cavalry next to undiscovered things. This is going to be the Aurora Borealis. And when you get to that, you get that power, and you can name it by your own nation's naming schemes, which is very good. Now, one question is whether I want to continue using this unit to explore. I think I'm going to split it up for starters. But I think I do want to continue to use that unit to explore. Kind of get my bearings a little bit more. Our forces are too close to their borders. Alright, so the barbarians have attacked my line. How did that go? Better. I'm going to move my archers in here so I have one giant army, and then I'm going to attack them. So, the way combat works, the archers, or the ranged units, are rock, paper, scissors good against the line infantry. But line is the only thing that can be attacked. So the line infantry is actually good. If they can get over here, they're really good against archers. The archers are really weak in defense. You notice the 10 defense versus 6 defense. So that was why I combined those units up, so that these guys would be here to take any hits that came, which there was that one attack that came. They're going to take any hits that came, while these guys are going to destroy the barbarians there, and that is exactly what happened. And now they have no movement points left for the turn. You do, though. But I have to get adjacent to the landmark, and this barbarian is going to cause problems for that. This is a tundra. I don't know if that provides a defense post or not. It appears not, but the forest does. So let me get my unit into the forest here. Ooh, we have another thing here too. I'm going to just hang out in the forest for now. I'm going to guard and sit. Our research has been completed for the workers. So now, we have the 2 of 3, but I'm not going to quite worry about that. I'm going to go get farming. Farming lets you do a plantation improvement. A food stockpile building, which I don't think produces its own food, but maybe it does. And then a farm, obviously, which is probably how we get that wheat that was in our area. So that's what we want here. We also have the ability here. So now I think we get that tribal council building and get that knowledge that we were trying for, even though we could get another scout first. I think we're going to do this first over here, get this going. We do have 12 improvement points. So I think I'm going to get this forester. I could get another hunting ground, but I don't think that hunting camp's going to give me very much. It gives me 3 food. The forester is going to give me production. In fact, it's going to give me 2 production. So I think that's a really big thing. Now, you'll notice that my food went down when I built that. And the reason for that was that I had 2 units that were working a grassland. Or it was just working in forest. And that was producing less production, but more food. Now we're going to produce logs, which gives us 2 production, but now less food. But I think we're still green, so I think we're still good on the food front. But we kind of want to make sure that our town keeps growing. That is something that I kind of slipped on a little bit there. But you'll notice that this has gone from 10 turns to 8 turns. And so that is helpful. Certainly helpful. We still have no unrest. That's good. But importantly, we now have exploration points, which also means that when we get to the culture, we can hit Eureka. Eureka gives me 5 knowledge, and that is great. It is less effective each time it's used in a single age, but we'll be fine on that. but we would advance the current technology. So if I hit that Eureka button on the culture power, we'd be done with farming immediately, which is one way to really get ahead really fast on this. All right, in turn. Okay, so they did attack that unit, which I was afraid of, but hopefully that went well. The cavalry is not really that great of a thing. So the top blue line is their morale. If that gets down to 0, they don't fight anymore. The red line is their health. So like at this point, I'm not going to do any more attacks. Fortunately, they didn't have any more either. And also, you'll notice that I retreated back. But I can move further because I'm on a horse. The village is built around a large stone monolith. Its etchings and carvings tell complex stories of an unknown language. It's very significant to the village people. So I can get culture, or I can get knowledge. I'm going to go ahead and just get the knowledge. And so in the next turn, I will have culture and research that is done. And also, provided I don't get scared away by these guys, which could happen, I would be able to discover this landmark, which would be huge. We'll be very happy to have that happen. I get that. Please don't attack me. Why are you telling me about ages now? Is someone moving us in age? I hope not. So they didn't attack me. That's good. So now I am right next to this undiscovered landmark and have not moved yet in the turn, which means I can discover the landmark. This gives me 5 exploration XP, which is excellent. Gives me 1 discovered landmark. That's going to be important for trying to get into the Age of Heroes in the second, well, I guess the third age. And gives me 10 combat XP as well. So that is excellent here. We have discovered the Aurora. Now we would be able to have 10 exploration. We need 20 to spawn a new scout through that. But I think that my timer has been going off for a while. I think this is a great turn to be done here. So I'm going to click the research first. This is going to set up a new thing here. I'm going to just set up scouting. Then I'm going to go to culture, and I'm going to hit Eureka. And the scouting now is going to be 2 turns in. Almost done already, which is going to be great. And hopefully I can get all of them done while someone else moves us into the next stage, and I can get that next stage discounted. That's my hope. That's my plan. And we'll do all that when we come back. I'll see you next time.